Charlie's roast pork, third and Moya mincing. Another great cheesesteak at Charlie's. Now, everybody knows I ranked this as my top cheesesteak last year in my 20 cheesesteaks for 2020. So I'm going to flip it over to the judges so you don't have to listen to my biased opinion.
March cheesesteak madness continues. We got Dan.
Hey! Hi, Quinn.
Mark and Diana are already inside, coming to Charlie's roast pork.
So this is provolone, Korean roll.
But not seeded, right?
It is seeded.
Oh.
Ooh,
Oh, I see. Okay.
mushrooms are good. It's good seasoning. I actually like the provolone.
Yeah.
On this one, it's good.
Yeah.
This is
This is how it got such a high rating last year and stuff. It's still just consistently a good.
so. This is the same as it was last year.
Yeah, pretty much. It's consistent. You know, good amount of meat and good moisture in it. Mushrooms, onions, mixed throughout. Provolone. The roll's holding up. Roll's got a good flavor.
Joe made a good choice with the provolone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The meat is really,
I would
it is
never
moist.
order-
It's retained a ton of moisture. The meat itself is juicy.
This is a really good cheesesteak. I like the seafood roll. It's a little bit fatty.
See, you know what? I'm liking it. A little moist. My roll, you know, spend a little time. Still got a good flavor. Still holding up, but it is kind of like deteriorating just a little bit there.
This is Mike from Cosmi's. We've been here since 1932. Why don't you come on down and try us out for a cheesesteak or something else on our menu? We put a lot of love into it. We won 2 Best of Philly magazine awards. We're Zagat rated, but we're good people and we really care about building relationships. Once you come here the first time, you're in our family.
Cosmi's Deli, 8th and Dickinson, in the heart of South Philly. You want old school? Cosmi's got old school. Been around since 1930. How about that? You want South Philly neighborhood? They're at 8th and Dickinson. They're right in the middle of our South Philly neighborhood. You want to feel welcome and like family, like Mike said? Go to Cosmi's. Been there twice, both times. Felt like family, welcomed in. Everybody's as nice as could be. Little table. See a little table the judges are at. You feel like they're in their kitchen. And, you know, they have great stuff. They have great looking desserts. But you got Termini Brothers right down the street. Cosmi's Deli, 8th and Dickinson. Go back in time. Old school deli. Feel like you live in a South Philly neighborhood.
March cheesesteak madness continues. On our way to Cosmi's. There's the judges. Judges chatting, talking about chickens. Cosmi's.
This is a good seeded roll.
Yeah. Absolutely. Good seeded roll, got good flavor
That was
to
a
it.
good suggestion to go with this because you can get a universal or a Korean seeded. That was a good recommendation on the seeded.
True. Although,
A lot lighter than it appears to be.
yes.
It's not heavy like a sarcone roll. And it looks like it's a lot of bread when you originally get it, but it's very compact.
Well, again, I think it's how they cut. I think toward the end here, you notice there's a little bit extra here. But,
I have the middle section, you have the nose.
No, I
the
understand.
technical nose.
right.
But the cheese is American. It's a creamy cheese. It's more at the bottom than it is
The bottom.
throughout.
Tail of two sandwiches here. Right, that bite towards the bottom is creamy, juicy. Top eats a little bit drier. We've seen this before.
We have some in the one. That's tasty. On the bottom.
Next 2 up in the Philadelphia bracket, we've got Cosmi's Deli going against Charlie's Roast Pork. Cosmi's neighborhood deli served their cheesesteak on a seeded crunchy roll, great roll. Their meat was finely chopped, lightly seasoned, That American kind of folded in on the bottom, the meat on the top, kind of just lacking the cheese. Just as we see, two different styles, so different styles of building your cheesesteak, assembling it. I find that the meat on the top can often get a little bit dry. Just doesn't need the same, not the same experience from every bite across the center. So just of note, the mushrooms were fairly plain. They were in there. Onions, nice big chunks of onions, just lightly caramelized. Still some good bite on them. Pretty good cheesesteak at Cosmi's.
Yeah, I agree. That's a really good, corner deli, corner spot to get a good cheesesteak. Family owned, family run. A lot of famous people go there, get them. Onions, needed a little bit more onions. They were canned mushrooms. I feel that could have maybe brought in a little bit more flavor to the cheesesteak, but all in all, good cheesesteak. So, yeah. Then we have Charlie's roast pork. They definitely know a cheesesteak, though. It's not all roast pork. So, yeah. Joe, great. Love Joe. One of the owners. Snuggles was there. Very welcoming place. Very welcoming. Again, a Karanji seeded roll. Meat was very well cooked. Actually, they fry the meat on top of the onions and the mushrooms, which helps keep the moisture. Joe knows how to cook a cheesesteak. He used sharp provolone, which actually surprised me. It was really creamy. We had a sharp provolone earlier, but this one it melded really well with the cheesesteak. The mushrooms were seasoned well. Onions, they were not too big, not too salty. It tasted great. I mean, and then there was the dog Snuggles, which is always an added bonus. And Joe's great demeanor in conversation.
Nice hospitality.
Very great cheesesteak, though.
He was careful that when he cooks the cheesesteak meat, that on doing it on top of the onions and mushrooms, essentially the meat doesn't dry out on the grill, is what he was saying. So it stays juicier, but it also gets those flavors of the mushrooms and onions that are just kind of steaming up into the meat. Nicely thinly shaved, but stripped. So it's nicely thinly shaved, but as he's cooking, he's not chopping it up into really fine pieces. So it's got decent structure to it.
That was a great cheesesteak, one of my favorite in Philadelphia, I will say. So I'm going to say that Charlie's is the winner of this bracket over Cosmi.
Yeah, I'm also giving it to Charlie's. That was both very good cheesesteaks. Charlie's was the winner for me.
Way to go, Joe and Snuggles.